These guys are just like family annihilators. Like, seriously, they consider themselves the dads of all of society, planet Earth. And they all want to live together, but all have a death wish. They love to just have tons of kids, 100 kids, 100. Or maybe they only have one. I don't know if he has more. And they're just going to use them as a weird experiment to continue living a life where they feel dead inside. They all want to die, but they all want to live forever. And they want to take all of us out with them. I swear to God, they are all family annihilators. And we, unfortunately, are stuck in their family. And what made me think about this was one of my mutuals did a video about how a lot of these, like Putin and a lot of these people are like close to death or have illnesses and just whatever. And like the older these crazy men get, the crazier they get. They're like, crap, I may actually die. Well, if I have to die, you have to die. When I die, let's all die together. Just like these family annihilators. They will convince their other billionaire friends and the poor son of the billionaire, hey, let's do this stuff. Deep waters tourism. Now, some of these men who are not billionaires, but it's the same mindset. The reckless, entitled man who is dead inside because of the way patriarchy has conditioned him, and they will not address that part, let go of power, so they go and climb mountains and die up there. But at least these guys don't take their whole family out. They just leave them totally screwed and, usually a wife at home to raise all these kids without the income of this man, and kids who are traumatized now by the dad who was already absent enough, but now he's just permanently absent. But it's like all of these dudes are trying to climb Everest with no oxygen, in poor health, but they're bringing all of us up there too, without our consent. And then, of course, every time we talk about men who have this mentality, which is so many men, whether they have money or not, if they dare to go, do something dumb that they weren't qualified for, the strength, bravery, and passion. And whether it's getting on their dumb rockets or getting their wife, soon to be wife, I don't know, they're married yet, don't care, to convince rich people to go up on rockets, because let's be real, who is going up on these dumb rockets? Not me, not any of you watching, but trying to get rich people, their millionaire friends to go up there so they can, destroy the planet faster so we all die faster. Or, try to make the Titanic a cemetery. It needs to be left alone. Let's just go down there. Let's have billionaires and people with money go down and explore the Titanic. Tourism. Honestly, if it was just the billionaires getting on there, I wouldn't care. Go to space, go to the ocean, deep down, and on a submersible that is like has cracks in it. Sure, trust this guy, trust these men. But the problem is they are taking all of us with them because they are destroying the planet and destroying the lives of people with starving, housing issues. Can't go get we are stuck in Revenge of the Nerds eternity, part eternity. And if you haven't seen this movie yet, it is, first of all, I love Jesse Armstrong. He's the one who wrote Succession. But this was like a really hard watch because this is exactly how it is. They're getting together and they're like, I'm king of the world. No, Therese Lee and I have been talking about this recently. She made a good comparison because I was taking my French test to get French nationality, which I passed. By the way, I passed. Oh my God, I couldn't even tell you how excited I am. But it was a very stressful test, and she made this big analogy about how this is all a game to them. And all these things that are unnecessarily hard is so that these dudes, there'll never be enough money. They just want to win the game. And these dudes were like, he has the most money, and then he did, and then he made more. So then like he wanted to unalive, like, oh God, we're in this like the worst game ever by nerds, psychotic nerds who have a reproduction fetish. They just want as many kids as possible so they can unalive all of them. Carry on their legacy, also on a sprint to death. Why shouldn't we trust the men like that who are responsible for, forums with 70,000 men talking about raping people? God, so many of our problems could be solved if just one of these men had some, Mackenzie Bezos, is that her name? Bezos' ex-wife, she just can't stop giving money away. It's like she doesn't, it feels like she almost doesn't want anything to do with this. She's like, it feels like guilt. Like, oh God, like she might have an understanding of having that much money. Not only is immoral, but that the way they got that much money probably feels gross. If one of these, like this man spends like hundreds of millions of dollars a year, I think, trying to not age, and he looks just as old as he should. It's not like and if you ask any of their employees, these men love to ruin other people's lives. They love to ruin the lives of their ex-wives or ex-girlfriends or anyone who, their coworkers who leave. Like, they literally, like, this is who they are. And we are all in the process of being family annihilated, family being all of Earth. As depressing as this may sound, Naomi Klein, who is brilliant, and she always gives me hope, okay? And the first thing I learned from her was she wrote a book called The Shock Doctrine, which really helped me understand a lot of American history, U.S. American history, and partly how we are the villain in so many countries' stories in the world, the global South story, but especially in South America and what they did to Chile. But one of the things that I always listen to her and what she thinks about what's happening. And she framed something the other day. So I just want people to sit with this and carry this with you, because it is so depressing to see how quickly the world, like with AI, that, like, I don't think people really truly understand how damaging. Not all AI is bad, okay? I know that. But how damaging it is going to be to the youth, to children, to it is bad, and the water is going to disappear. We are not going to have, and this is hitting impoverished areas already. So the most marginalized in the United States, for instance, and also all over the world, the communities that are most marginalized are the ones where they're building these centers and whatever. Please, like, I could talk about this forever. It is destroying the planet 100 times faster than anyone really realizes. Please don't use it unless it's absolutely necessary. What I wanted to say about her take on all of this is that all of these guys who are in it together now, they all are under, Trump has all of them, all these billionaires, they're all working together now to do whatever they want and enable each other. And they have gotten people on their side who are on this like death wish for like the rapture. That's why they, like, the Christian right loves them. Can't wait to go back to heaven, or what, I don't even know, or not back. Can't wait for Jesus to go, whatever. I don't even understand. I don't care. I feel like there's something on my head. Is that just a shadow? I just got my hair cut, by the way. Now it smells like Kim, just whatever. She said what a lot of the people on that side have in common is this, just fork it. Who cares? They all are doing it for greed and all of their own, like, unresolved daddy issues usually, but just all of these things that they will not deal with. And then they get, people who don't have money to follow them and who hate the wrong people, either not care about the world, burning, and just harm everywhere, or, actively seeking it out because they're all just kind of like, who cares? It's the rapture, whatever. But here's the thing. All it takes, all the rest of us have one thing in common. We actually don't want to die. We don't want the earth to die. We don't want to die. We don't want accelerated family annihilation of all of us because daddy hates himself. We don't. And I was trying to find it, see if I can find that interview. I looked all through my phone. I can't find it. Her take was it was so hopeful, because that's really what it is. I refuse to give up. I refuse to let them march us up to Everest without any oxygen so that we all die while they're on Everest with their big flags saying, "What I conquered," and endless oxygen so they can all hate themselves together up on this mountain while we all die. No, I have hope. I am a stubborn bitch. I am. And I refuse to let these people take away my joy, take away my hope, and ever get me to quit. I love life. I love people. I love nature. I just love life too much to let these Revenge of the Nerds dudes with a death wish annihilate my family, all of us, Because if they're crap, no. So that is one reason. I mean, I like to be a realist. You will never make me a nihilist. You will never make me so cynical that I refuse to fight for joy, for a future, for hope. And I hope they don't do that to you either. Before I go, I'm laying on the floor because it's Kenny Cool. It's so hot out that we just sit in a cave in the dark. That's what they do in France. No air conditioning. You sit in your home with all the windows closed. Anyway, this video will probably be privated in this and all of the ones talking about these guys when I go back to the U.S., which is soon, very soon. If you want to keep up with us and all the places we're going to go and to see my personal experience and Anthony's personal experience being back home for the first time in 4 years, follow my Patreon. That's where I'll be sharing. That's why I share more personal stuff. But yeah, I'm deleting all my apps before I get off on the plane. I'm privating all the videos with thumbnails like this, and then I'll like unprivate them later. But that means that they will have no chance of being seen because that'll take them out of the algorithm if they make it there. So anyway, if you like my work, want me to keep going, I will never stop, but I just keep having to play weird rules. So if you notice any weird stuff happening, especially I'm going to private my TikTok, private my Instagram, and delete all that stuff off my phone. I'm not going to private this page, but I will private the videos where I'm talking about these people. I just talked to 2 immigration lawyers, and they weren't very reassuring anyway, but also like they were like told me very helpful information. So anyway, very soon I will be posting a lot on Patreon from the US. I'm trying to make some content to keep posting here. It's just to show later on because I really don't want to work the entire time I'm home, but I really can't. I need to visit family. But anyway, Patreon is what pays the bills and helps me be able to take breaks, and also that's where I share my personal stuff. So anyway, thank you, Patreon people. And yes, I passed my test. I qualify for nationality. I am submitting my application in the next couple days, and fingers crossed I will make the deadline before they change the law and I won't be able to do it anymore. Anyway, let me know if you heard the comments. Sleeping Mo's comment song, Sleeping Mo's comment song. Look at him running in his sleep run song. Sleeping Mo's laughing on, sleeping little deeder battle, look at those running feet and his little weird toe. He's got a weird toe. I don't know if you can see it. Sleeping Mo's comment. No, that's not it. It's actually on the other side. Sleeping Mo's comment song. Write your comment. Write your sleep. Oh, he's awake. Moses awake with his ear flipped up. Awake, Mo's comment song. We're playing chicken. He's like, hey, Birch, you going somewhere? He's a little stalker. He watches me every waking moment, and even in his sleep, probably. Sleeping Mo's comment song. This ear, look at that cute ear. He's staring at me, but guess what? Guess what? He's so tired from eating, he's gonna fall asleep. Staring at me, almost asleep. Mo's comment song, dee dee da ba dee 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 ba 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 ba. Write your comment, comment in the sorry, I think of that every time I say him in that air, dee ba ba da. It's ending soon. Write your comment song. Join my Patreon.